Wow, Saturday morning. Waking up realizing that the Clinton flip house is done. And I come outside, I gotta go, well, I say it's done. I gotta go move stuff, empty the trailer. And I find this in my driveway. Poor little guy. And yes, he's a guy. Right, Hippie here, and it's noisy and loud, and you probably can't hear me out here. But you're looking at one of the old Wilderness Firestone tires. This was an original spare on this truck, and it had never been used. And I decided to take this risk right here and use the tire. So I bought a new tire for the other side, and I have driven it and put a good bit of miles on it. I'm thinking 20 or 30 on it. This is the other one I got to match it. So anyway, it blowed out. Yeah, that was one of the Wilderness tires that they had on the recall. I knew there was a risk in it, but I hated throwing what I considered a decent, good tire away. So no damage, really. A little bit of damage under there, a little damage under there. I took the risk, and I'm okay with it, and I'll just have to get another tire. Look, love me some AAA. I don't know if I finished what I was saying or not. I guess I'll look at it and check, or you'll get to hear it twice, whatever. That was a tow truck driver, and I know the area, I know where I'm at, and it's a section of highway that doesn't have on-ramps to easily get to me. You have to go to get on at like Pearl Street and on I-55, and then take the stack and come around to me, or like Flowwood 49. He'd have to go, you know, depending on where he's at. And he just called, and anyway, I told him where I was at, and he's like, yeah, man, he knows the area, I know the area, and it's just one of those spots that you have to drive several miles to get on the interstate to here. I mean, I can see there's State Street and Gallatin Street, but they both load over there onto the interstate, and they load past me. So those are the two downtown streets that he would get to back there or something. And I got the air conditioning going, and you see Creed, he's just chilling. And we've had a long few days. I've had a long 6 weeks, but he was inside with me every day, and then once we put carpet in a week ago, I've been keeping him outside, so he's been out in the shade, and he stays cool, and I got a 5-gallon bucket, and he does fine, he's happy, but you gotta know it's different for him. But they're dogs, they can handle all of it, you know. But you also gotta remember, when you pamper one like he's been in the air conditioning with me, you know, you gotta know that it does probably tire him out a little bit more, but he loves going. Oh, he loves going. Boy, I look so, my eyes, I know y'all think I'm probably stoned. My eyes are so puffy. Oh man. And no, I don't. Surprisingly, I call myself Hippie, but I won't test positive. Not against it. It's just illegal. It shouldn't be illegal. We need to fix that. I mean, I don't want my pilot smoking pot. And I don't want the cops smoking pot on the job. And I also think smoking is the stupidest way to get any medical benefits out of it. And I truly believe there are medical benefits. And I so want to get on my soapbox. Oh my gosh, I got nothing to do. I'm sitting in my truck. I got the air conditioning. And I'm going to do it. I was misdiagnosed at 17 years old with familial polyposis. Now, I wasn't diagnosed with it. I was misdiagnosed. I was told that a 17-year-old male passing blood who stocked sheetrock for a living probably had internal hemorrhoids, and a little blood wasn't a big deal in your poop. This was an old doctor. At the time, he was probably 70 years old, 60 years old. We lived in Mississippi. You didn't see the disease I had. I'm 51, so that would have been, what, 34 years ago? Is that right? Yeah, 51, 34, 17. So that was 80s. It was 81. Didn't know, they knew about colon cancer in bigger. Anyway, he wasn't a colon doctor. He didn't know. He said, if it's not a big deal. Anyway, I was smoking pot at the time, and I smoked whenever I could find it, whenever I could get it. I didn't go, I didn't have to have it. I went long periods of time without it. There for a while with my first wife. We lived on, I was making $3.35 an hour, 40 hours. We rented a trailer, paid $75 for our trailer. I bought $10 worth of weed every week, and I made that stuff last me all week long. I was a 1 or 2 hit type person in the evening. Not, I just didn't have to have it. I did like it. It's like somebody who liked to drink a beer in the afternoon, or maybe a couple beers, but didn't have to have it every day. And I did that pretty much that way, heavier at times, and then I'd go months without it until I was 33, so 16 years. And I stopped smoking completely. Cigarettes and pot. And I didn't smoke again for a long time, years and years. 2008, so 2008, 9, after my first round of surgeries. And in that, I quit. I was 33. I was diagnosed with FAP 7-8 years later. Had I been 17 and not smoked pot, that 8 years would have put me at 25. And the disease that I have, they say that by your mid-20s, if you don't have your colon removed, you've got colon cancer by your mid-30s, and you're dead by 40. Mine was found, I was 40, and I had thousands and thousands of polyps. Thousands of polyps. I mean, my GI just knew I was eaten up with cancer. There was no colon cancer. I truly believe that there was something in the pot that delayed my progression of the disease to that point. But I think that smoking is the worst way to get the effects. I wish that our federal government would let Big Pharma spend the money that Big Pharma has, because they're almost as unlimited as the government. If they think they can make money off it, they'll spend money and extract things from it. I know that it helps people with glaucoma and all kinds of sicknesses if you've got something, but the problem is needing a certain strain of it. And I know that, like in Colorado, they've got places where you can buy different strains, and I just know from years of smoking that some treat you differently than others. You get the munchies with some of it you don't. And I just think that I know that there's something in it, and depending on how they grow it, what they grow, which strain or type or whatever, and then they can extract different things out of it. And I'm not educated in that way to know, but there's got to be chemicals in there that they could extract, that they could make oils out of. And I know we have CBD oil, and that's helping. That's a step forward. But I wish that the federal government would, and I am a very libertarian. Oh, I gotta go. My guy's here. My AAA guy is here. Y'all, they told me, I called it 111. They told me about 156, so 15 minutes, and he's here. Anyway, okay, I'm off my soapbox. Getting my tire fixed. 36 minutes from the time I called AAA to the time I cranked my truck with my tire fixed, ready to go. I like having AAA. I don't know if it was just the time of day, but a guy showed up that's got AAA on all over his van, It's a little small transit van thing. He had batteries in there for, you know, quick battery, and he called me within 5-6 minutes, I don't know, I look on it, of my call to them. Probably wasn't even that long. And he was on the road, and we talked about how he was going to get here, and because it was kind of a weird spot, you know. If you look on the map, you know, I'm just past Gallatin Street, but you can't get to me from Gallatin Street unless you go and turn around and come back, whatever. Make 2 U-turns. Yeah, anyway. So, and those are like interstate AC U-turns. Anyway, I'm rolling. Creed's hot. We need some fuel. We need some water. So we're gonna stop and take care of that. As I let Creed out, because the guy wanted the truck turned off because the exhaust was right there. And that's one of those weird wilderness AT tires. I knew it was gonna happen. I mean, I knew it was a risk of it happening. Didn't hurt anything. I got some use out of it. I don't feel so bad throwing the thing in the landfill. I don't know, just something about, you know, stuff that could be shredded for something. It's already been shredded.